Everybody is talking about how hot the housing market is in the Dallas area in 2022.
But is it really?
Well, we're gonna find out. Numbers don't lie. Hey guys, this is Gus and Carla here with KGC Realty Group. We are local realtors here in the Dallas area. We help many families just like yours relocate, buy, sell, and invest here in the Dallas area.
So if you're new to our channel, welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you so much for just helping us out here and supporting our channel. It means a lot to us. And make sure to hit that like and comment below with any questions or comments that you have. It really just helps us know that you guys like the videos.
Yeah, our information is going to be right up here, guys. If you guys want to text or call us, you can reach us that way, or you can email us, and you can find that information on the description of this video right below.
Okay guys, so let's jump right into it. So like we said in the beginning, this video we're going to talk about how the numbers are doing, how the market is doing in the North Dallas area for the month of April. Now that we're in May, we can talk about the numbers in April. And everybody's like, how hot is the market? Like, it's really hot. People can't buy houses. Bidding wars are still going on. So we're here to show you whether that's true or not.
Yeah, let's look at the numbers.
So the first city that we have for you guys is Aubrey, Texas. Beautiful city. We've done tons of videos about it. Last month, they had about 95 houses that sold. This month in April, there was 89. So there was a slight drop in inventory.
Not too bad though.
The average priced home is $479,570. So that's a little bit less by like $2,000 from last month, which is not, I mean, it's not significant at all. Yeah. The most expensive home sold in Aubrey was for $1.2 million.
We're comparing these numbers to the previous month of March.
And so here's a big one, guys. The average days on the market actually dropped to 14 days from 22.
Wow.
So that is, gosh, you know, that's quite a drop in real estate because it went from 22 days to 14 days. So houses are definitely getting taken up a lot faster. We've now entered the spring summer market, which means more people are moving. Yeah. Everybody wants to get in before the kids start school. Yeah. The average list versus sold, so this is what they're listing at versus what they're actually selling at, jumped up a little bit to 106.4% versus last month that was a 104 with 7.
It did increase on the average per square feet. The month of March, it was $206 per square feet, and for the month of April, $216 per square feet. So yes, you can see this slightly going up here on the prices.
And okay, so for most of you know that we live in Sandrock, these numbers do not reflect Sandrock specifically. So we keep a very close eye on our community, Sandrock Ranch here in Aubrey. Yeah. The square footage on Sandrock is ridiculously higher.
It is. So we're not going to talk about that right now, but you can contact us so you can learn more about what that number is here specifically in the Sandrock community. All right, guys, so let's jump into the city of Celina, Texas. Let's look at these numbers. So the number of houses sold in April was 74 houses versus 80 homes sold in the month of March. A little bit of drop there, but again, not too bad, pretty consistent. Average sold home price was $713,502. That did go up in the month of April versus March, which was $692,883. Okay, so we are seeing those prices go up a little bit. The most expensive home sold in Celina was 1.5. The average days on the market, it did drop from March, so it dropped to 13 days versus 16 days. And the average list versus sold price, it stayed pretty consistent, it stayed pretty the same. March, it was 108%, and it just slightly went up to 108.9%. Yeah. Okay, so this is the listed versus the sold. Yeah. And the average per square feet,
slightly higher.
Slightly higher. So in the month of March, it was 244 with 56 cents. And for April, it was 246 with 98 cents. So prices are still going up a little bit.
Yeah, so you can see here, which is Celina is a great city. They're expanding so much, and there's still so many new communities coming into the city of Celina. Yeah. So prices are still significantly going up. you know, and they're going to continue to go up. North Dallas, everybody talks about, you know, is there going to be a market crash, or is the inventory going to just, you know, it does not look that way.
Doesn't look like it.
So
not anytime soon.
No. So if you're still considering buying in these areas, we strongly suggest you do so. If you've got, you know, everything in order and you're ready to purchase your home, now is a great time to do it.
Yeah.
Because prices aren't going to drop.
Right.
Okay, guys, so let's go right into Frisco. Frisco is a very hot, upcoming city. You've got the PGA going in, lots of people moving in. It's probably one of the most expensive cities in our area, I would say. So this month, April, we saw 250 homes sold versus last month it was about 243. So we are getting more inventory coming into Frisco, which is helping buyers who want to be in that area for sure.
Yeah.
Now the price, the average price also has gone up. So this month in April, it was $840,000 with 573 versus last month where the average home was selling for about $757,000.
Right.
So it did jump probably about $60,000 average price home. Now, this also has a lot to do with the most expensive home that sold last month was $4.5 million versus the last month. So that's definitely going to be, you know, the difference in the price jump. But do know that Frisco is still, you know, they're actively still going higher in square footage.
Yeah.
Average days on the market. So we also saw a drop here from 20 days in March to 15 days in April.
Wow. So the houses are taking up a little bit faster.
And average list versus sold stayed about the same, 1.9. And the average square foot price went up a little bit. So right now we're at 261 versus last month we're at 249.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah. So prices are going up, and if people are continuing to say, you know, the market is it hot? I think it's still very hot.
Still very hot. All right, guys, let's jump into the city of Little Elm, which is still a very hot market here in Little Elm.
Yes, and I just want to say, so Little Elm is still not super crazy hot. So a lot of people it's a great option for people that are coming in. Aubrey and Little Elm, I think in the area are going to be some of the best cities for everybody who's coming in from out of state to move in. So check out the numbers. Yeah,
let's go over the numbers. So the number of homes sold in Little Elm is 105 versus last month, which was 123. So that dropped a little bit. The average sold price was $897,000 versus the previous month was $476,274. So that went up. The most expensive house was $1.4 million in Little Elm. And the average days on the market just went up by 1 day, which is 19 days in April, which is still...
It's nothing.
It's nothing. That's not a lot. That's not a long time. Versus 18 days in March. So the average listed versus the sold stayed the same, 108%. The average per square foot, $221 per square foot versus last month, $215. So that did go up a little bit.
Yeah, and as you can see, I mean, still Little Elm, the average house is going for, you know, $450. So it's still a great area. Now, with that said, you are still going to see some really expensive homes, you know, that can range all the way up to the high 900s to $1 million, $2 million. But it's still, the average home in Little Elm is still super affordable.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's talk about McKinney now. So last month, number of homes sold was 253 versus this month it was 211.
Yeah, so it dropped a little bit.
Yeah. And the average sold home price last month was $594,000 versus April. It actually went up a little bit. They are averaging $638,000 right now. So they did go up a bit. The most expensive home sold in McKinney was $1.7 million. The average days, guys, the average days on the market last month was 18 days, which is not a lot of days.
No, I mean, that's pretty quick, but it dropped quite a bit to 9 days.
9 days.
9 days on the market. That's the average days on the market for a house.
That is half, you guys. That's a week. That like gives you a week to find a house. And you know, like submit an offer and get it all done.
Yeah.
So, okay, the average list versus sold did jump up by like 1%. Last month it was 110. This month it's 111. So they are selling still above asking for sure.
Yeah.
And the average square foot did jump up from 231 to April, which we are at 242 price per square foot.
Yeah.
So if you are thinking about selling, it is the right time to do so. Our numbers are showing it.
Yep.
The prices are going up. With that said, don't think that it's going to be a seller's market forever. If you are strongly considering selling, now is the best time to do so. And if you're like, I don't know, like I want to sell, but I don't know what I'm going to do next, check out our other video, which we just did. And it talks about 4 really great options that, you know, that you can choose from if you're considering selling, because it's such a great market. But you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to buy another home that's going to be just as expensive as I'm going to sell this one for, and then I'm going to be house broke.
Right.
So check out.
Yeah. And if you guys want some guidance, and if you guys have any questions at all about the market, please don't hesitate to reach out. Our information is going to be up here. All right, guys, so the last city that we have in our list is Prosper, Texas. As many of you know, very hot market in Prosper. Let's look at the numbers. So the number of homes sold in Prosper was 72 in April versus 73 in March. Really consistent.
Yeah.
No difference at all there. The average sold home price did drop a little bit, actually. $915,000 versus $941,000 back in March. Not a big difference, but that is interesting seeing numbers drop in the city of Prosper. The most expensive home sold was 1.8. The number of days on the market did drop again here in Prosper. So 8 days in April versus 13 days back in March. Okay, so that's quite a bit. The average list versus sold did drop maybe about 0.5% or maybe 1%. So it's at 107%. Okay, so the average per square feet is $266. That did go up a little bit versus $262 in March. So
it's just really interesting to see the numbers, because although the average price of homes sold might have dropped in Prosper, the price per square footage went up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not a bad thing. And people are just talking about it. You know, is the market super hot? Yes, it is super hot. Tons and tons of people are still trying to get into the area. They're moving from out of state. They're trying to find homes. And location, you know, the rule of real estate is location, location, location.
Right.
So these are really hot cities. Lots of people are trying to get in here. And yes, there are still bidding wars going on.
Yeah.
And yes, buyers are still probably, you know, one really good tip we have if you are a buyer in the North Dallas area is you got to look at the homes while they're there. Because as you can tell from the numbers, they're not going to be there for long. So if you go check out a house and you're like, okay, well, let me sleep on it. Let me think about it.
It's going to be gone by next.
Exactly.
By the next day.
And sometimes people think that realtors are pushy because we're like, hey, do you really love this home? Do you want to put in an offer? We're really not trying to be pushy. And I speak for us and other realtors out there. We're trying to do the best service to you guys. The house will not be there tomorrow.
Yeah. And you can see for yourselves, all these, the average days in the market, they're dropping quite a bit.
Yeah. So you guys, if you are in the area in North Dallas and you've considered selling your house because it's such a hot market, give us a call or shoot us a text. We'd love to just sit down with you and show you the numbers for your particular house.
Yeah.
We've helped so many families in the area get top dollar for their house, and we'd love to just sit down with you guys and show you what we do differently.
Right.
Hey guys, so thank you so much for staying till the end. We hope that you found this video useful and very informative.
Yeah.
And if you guys have any questions at all about real estate or anything here in the North Dallas area, our information is going to be above. You can give us a call or you can shoot us a text, and we are more than happy to help you. And do us a favor and just hit that like and hit that subscribe button, because it just really helps us continue to create content like this. And if you guys also get a chance, drop a comment below.
That's right.
Let us know if we're missing a city that you'd like to know more information about, or let us know if there's any information that you'd like about the cities that we just talked about that we're not putting out there. So it just really helps us to create some valuable content for you guys.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time. Bye.